for Shippuden, the whole Orochimaru, not Shippuden, the original one with Orochimaru and Sasuke. I didn't really follow that storyline that well. Like, Sasuke being mentored by Orochimaru and all that stuff.
There's not a lot to watch or follow because basically, there's this guy going around killing people in the forest, and they fight him, and then his like skin burns off because he's wearing a skin suit basically.
Yeah.
And he looks at Sasuke, licks his lips, and goes, "I want some of that." And then he bites him, and then pisses off, and no one knows what the hell that means. But now Sasuke got the curse mark.
Yeah.
And he starts using that for a while because it makes him more powerful. And then eventually, like, Naruto becomes such a badass that Sasuke starts feeling inadequate because he's got a small dick now.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to become more powerful, and this mark makes me more powerful whenever I use it. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go team up with Orochimaru and leave because I want more power.
Isn't this like Vegeta with the Majin stuff?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
And then he goes and hangs out with the bad guys who are like, "Yo, we can give you more power." So he goes, hangs out with Babidi.
Yeah.
And that's the sound engine. They take him off, and then they go chase after him. Naruto and Sasuke fight, and then Sasuke leaves, and that's it. You don't actually see any mentoring.
Huh? Because all I knew was like they were kind of associated with each other, and then I jumped to Shippuden, and I see like Sasuke dressed in that. I hate his costume, by the way.
Stupid open V-neck garbage.
I hated that. He's
showing off his chest for no one.
He wears that to the end, right? Like up until killing the moon goddess.
No,
I don't remember.
He wears up until he joins the Akatsuki after he kills or the Akatsuki.
Yeah.
After he kills Itachi, he gets the cloak.
Right.
So he shows up in the battlefield in the black cloak with the red clouds.
Yeah.
But underneath that, he's still wearing the same dumb outfit.
Yeah,
because when he fights Naruto, he's wearing he ditches the cloak and he wears the outfit to fight Naruto.
Yeah. Because I remember, like, I was reading in Shippuden, and then Sasuke shows up. I'm like, well, really? That's how he looks now?
Yeah, he looks like a lame loser. Out of all the characters, yeah, he looked the lamest in the post time skip.
Yeah, I was just like, man, they're trying to job him out because he's too popular now.
I think that's probably actually like kind of the point, is to like,
yeah,
because he got too popular.
Which is funny too, because it's like, no, you're supposed to not like him.
But then eventually Kishimoto just gives up and basically changes the name of the show from Naruto to Sasuke for a while. Because you follow them for a long time at one point. And that's when they first meet Killer Bee and he rocks Sasuke's shit. There's the one thing that everyone loves is when he does this basically, what do you call the wrestling move where you just slam your arm into somebody and throw him to the ground?
Clothesline?
Yeah, he does a clothesline and to Sasuke and you see his ribs get blown out. He smashed them so hard he blows them open.
Yeah.
And then they have to immediately like do all this bullshit to keep him alive because otherwise he would have died right there.
Holy shit.
He almost died like 3 times over in that fight. It's hilarious. Everyone loves it. This rapper just styling on Sasuke.
That's funny. Holy shit. Man,
like when you watch the video for that fight, yeah, it's everyone just dunking on Sasuke. We get fucked.
Oh man.
Boy, though, if you want someone bad in English, fucking Killer Bee.
Oh.
Because now it's rapping in English, and like Killer Bee also has like his own version of Believe It.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what it is in Japanese. But the English version is just him yelling "Wee." At the end of all his raps, he just yells "wee," and it's like,
oh my god,
what are you? Are you like Kanye West? He's like, but like a 5-year-old? Like, oh man, if you ever want to see someone get killed hard, I can't remember who they do it on, but him, Killer Bee, and the Raikage each do it from both directions. So this guy just gets caught in the middle. I think they do run the dude's throat and just annihilate him. It's fucking raw. Like, that's the thing, is there, even in the Ninja War, there was some cool shit. And of course, there's the Night Guy, the coolest thing, and like the way Madara should have died.
Yeah.
Is Night Guy just kicking this dude harder than anyone's ever been kicked in the universe.
Here's the thing, I just Googled it, or not Googled, because I was just reading about it. I was like, wait, Guy's still alive?
Yeah, because
I thought he died.
No, what happens is that the Jesus comes down and gives Naruto like the Sage powers, which also gives them the power to basically revive anyone from death if they're not dead yet.
Oh, okay.
And so Naruto like literally comes down after Guy does this thing, puts his hand over his chest, puts a big glowing like light, and pisses off, and the guy's alive. Although what's fucked up though is I'm not sure if it's in the anime, but in the Ninja Storm game, Kakashi puts his head to like a guy's chest to hear his heartbeat, but when he puts his head to his chest, you hear this like horrible like dunk sound because the dude fried his own body, so his body is now like sounds like is like crusty wood. So you hear like this dunk. It doesn't sound like someone putting their head to someone's chest. It sounds like someone like touching a desk.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up, but like.
Oh my god.
But he's alive, even though he basically charred himself. The only difference is now he's in a wheelchair in Boruto.
Yeah.
And you get to see him do a dynamic entry on his wheelchair. We're just marking out now over the funny stuff in Naruto, but like that series.
Like, oh my god.
It was fine, but for me, where it jumped a shark. Well, it jumped a shark twice.
Yeah.
The first jumping the shark is at the very end of the first when you find out that Shoji and Neji lived.
Yeah.
That's where you realize, okay, there are no consequences now.
Yeah.
Because like they had the balls to kill the third Hokage, and everything that goes bad early on, and people die in that one. But then you see, literally, Choji uses this thing that says it will kill him 100%, and at the end, he lies down against a tree as the butterfly lands on his face and then flies off into the sky. He's dead. That's his soul going to heaven. The entire thing is about how the super move is like a butterfly thing too. The entire thing is basically this butterfly that Shoji is.
It's like Jolene.
And then Neji gets, or how do you say his name, gets blown through the fucking heart with a giant arrow. Uses it, then grabs the arrow and pulls the guy in just so he can punch him and kill him.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's hardcore. And
then Neji does end up dying though, so.
Yeah, but in a way lamer way.
Yeah.
And then he lies on the ground, bleeding out on the floor for hours. And they bring him back. He's fine.
Yeah.
What?
But I'm trying to think too, though. Like, besides Choji and Neji, who else should have died? I don't know the series well enough. Like, I know for Boku no Hero, I could tell you everyone who should have died. You know, like.
Well, depends. Like if you ignoring the Ninja War, because at that point, like Tsunade gets cut in half at one point, and she's still fine. Like, that makes no sense, but I don't want Tsunade to die because she's the only decent female character in the fucking show. But what's it again? Like everyone who died fighting pain should have stayed dead, because the whole thing is that Naruto's gonna forgive him anyways, despite all the horrible things he did, and he's still gonna try to find a way forward. And then his reward is, okay, I'm gonna bring back everybody. And it's like, what is this Kingdom Hearts bullshit? Like, no, it actually means way more if Naruto actually sticks to his guns, despite having people dead on it, like thanks to this guy.
Do you think Hinata should have died there?
No.
No, right? Yeah. Okay.
Because there'd be no point to wasting our time with her fucking little like romance subplot.
Yeah.
No, and most of he should have made it look like she died, but then like basically Neji her he missed the vital point or something like that.
Like Piccolo, all of them.
Especially the voice he does there.
Fuck. That was great.
I remember seeing a joke too where someone's like, when you see Toji doing cool shit, you're like, that's cool, but it'd still be cooler if you were dead. Like, hell, like, they should have killed Neji because they could use that as a catalyst to give Hinata like character development earlier, because now she's gotta step up because the badass is dead.
Yeah, but no, they did it way too late.
Like, I mean, slight fan fiction territory here of how I rewrite the series slightly is like, why the hell did they create that fucking like Yamato or Sai?
Yeah.
Why are they there? Fuck them. Make it so that they have to rebuild Team 7 and maybe and shuffle the teams around so he gets some new character development. You want Shikamaru to be Naruto's friend? Put him on his team. You want Hinata to be his love interest? Put her on his team. There's your new Team 7.
Though? That sounds more like a filler arc kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But fuck it, I hate Sai. You're right. Like, oh my god.
Why? But Sai's filler. He amounts to nothing in the end.
Exactly. He's just the Sasuke wannabe.
Yeah, and Yamato too. He spends the entire war being wrapped up in a tree because they're using his powers to like power their bullshit.
Yeah.
The same thing happens to poor what's her face, Anko. Kabuto grabs her and uses her powers to do his bullshit too, and so she doesn't do anything in the whole war.
Yeah.
There's 2 characters they just knocked right off. Like, why?
You might as well just kill
What's
them.
the point of them? You may as well just kill them.
Exactly. At least then you can like pad out your list of named dead characters in the war.
Oh, speaking of, okay, here's some dead characters. Let's tell me if you care about them. Shikamaru's dad and Ino's dad die.
Oh yeah, I remember Ino's dad dying.
You know that character who did nothing for the whole show, and the guy who just berated his son every now and then.
Yeah. Oh, I remember them dying. Yeah, now that you mention it.
Yeah, and the Ten-Tail shoots a nuke over to where their headquarters is with their fucking ninja computer.
What? Don't you get started on like Naruto technology? That's so stupid.
And it makes no sense too. They got this fucking ninja computer, this massive thing, and it's like, and then later on you see Naruto walking around with a laptop, and it's like, what?
Oh my god.
Technology advanced fast in 10 years.
I don't want to spoil anything, but in Boruto, the current arc, at least from what I was reading, it's the Android saga from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I've even seen some of this stuff where like now the Konoha is now like a city. They've got computers and shit, and they've got guns that shoot scrolls now that shoot magic. And there's this one thing where like Sakura gets her own fight against one of the moon guys.
Yeah.
And like he's like fighting her with like metal in this weird like gear place.
Yeah.
And she's just punching her way through it. But like I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, this Android.
Why are they fighting in a factory?
It's so weird, man. Like it turns sci-fi. It's like, where the fuck does this come from? I guess you could argue, the war advanced technology. But I mean, like, not really, right?
In a way, it's almost like when you go from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z. Because Dragon Ball is all, look at this, like, kind of parody of what do you call it, Son Goku, Journey to the West. And it's all, like, that kind of, like, feudal stuff.
Yeah, like, and then I call it, how I say it's like JRPG Town.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And then Q, it's like Dragon Quest.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then Q, Dragon Ball Z, aliens. And now they can go to space, and they're gonna fight in space. And then when they come back, here's androids.
I guess because in Dragon Ball, there's still technology in it, right? Like the radar, Red Army.
What's his face?
Catholic Corp.
Cars, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas Naruto, like, you don't even have cars, and then now you do it out of fucking nowhere, you know?
Yeah, it's just the jump is that it went from like feudal Japan with like they had some weird shit, like they had VHS tapes. And they also had air conditioners.
And they had like modern cooking technology.
And fridges, yeah. Like Naruto has a fridge, and like they even have it like cameras. When they're running around the Chunin exams in the forest, the Anko and them are watching them via cameras in a room with a bunch of TV monitors.
That's how they take pictures, anyways. Like, like pictures of the Team 7, Team 5, and all
so they have this weird mishmash of technology, but then out of nowhere, it's suddenly like now it jumps from like this weird mishmash to full on modern day.
Yeah. I want to say something, but I just realized it might be a spoiler for Attack on Titans. But they do address something like this in terms of technology.
Well, isn't that? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I know the basement spoiler, so I know what's going on.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Because basically, the whole time, if you actually paid attention, the pictures, the technology in Attack on Titans on their island, it's just like the pictures are all hand drawn, newspapers, wanted posters, everything. But you don't pay attention to that up until the big reveal where they find a real photograph, and then there's just like, what is this? Why does it look so lifelike? And then it just hits you like a brick of trucks.
Okay, yeah, I remember they freaked out the photograph, and I was like, why? I never noticed that everything's a drawing. Yeah,
everything's a drawing. They don't have cameras there, and they find a real photograph of like the main character's dad and stuff, and they're like, what is this? Why is it so lifelike? And then they're like, holy shit, there's something else out there. And I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. But yeah, see, like that was smart. But in Naruto, it's just like, nah, son.
Suddenly technology.
Yeah, suddenly internet. Like, which is funny because from my understanding, besides the androids attacking in Boruto, like it doesn't really play a part in the story. You know,
only the guns do, but like,
only the guns and like the cyborgs that show up, but that's it. Like,
I mean, I guess like Naruto was born too late to be a shit poster, so I guess the internet doesn't take much of a role.
I don't know. Like, what my point is, like, what's the point of updating your technology when you're not gonna really use it in a sense. You know what I mean?
I think it's literally just for the whoa factor at the end, because like you get the big shove Hakona at the end of the of Shippuden. It's now the city.
Yeah,
I think it's literally just to go whoa.
Yeah, because at least like an Attack on Titans, it served a purpose. Dragon Ball Z, it made sense and it did serve a purpose, like traveling to space, aliens, like I don't know, weird capsule corp stuff. Like that made sense, it played a part in the story. Whereas in Boruto, it's just like, oh yeah, we have smartphones, let's never use these. Like,
Yeah, it's well, it's just they like that's Naruto a lot. It's like things are just added for the sake of adding it in. Like we were talking about of characters too. Like what was the point of Sai? What was the point of this? What was the point of that?
It's kind of like Bleach, where there's added shit near the end just for the sake of doing it. Like, oh no, it's getting stale. Time to add more stuff. Okay, you guys don't care about it. Just take it away.
They add a whole like chakra system and explain how it all works, including, and eventually they add elements to it. Yeah. And they just toss it out the window once Naruto learns his new power, and then everyone else can suddenly do crazy bullshit without having to do any of that work.
Yeah, exactly.
And like chakra, like everyone has infinite. I can just summon meteors now, whatever. Like,
does anyone get tired in that? I don't remember enough for the fight scene. Where they're like, oh, I'm almost out of energy.
Oh, every now and then, because Naruto's actually like splitting his clones up to go.
Oh yeah. Well,
and every now
Naruto, yeah.
In order to have Naruto not instantly solve every problem, he sometimes goes, "Oh I use up too much energy."
Yeah. So this is plot convenience at that point.
It's just plot convenience, and the only person that ever gets tired is Naruto. Everyone else, and that because that's to let every other character do things.
Yeah.
But it's only Naruto who still says, "Yeah, I'm out of energy." And then they forget that later on because he does this marathon fucking fight against Obito, and then after that ends, and they have to fight the 10 Tails and Madara, and at no point does he get tired. And at one point, he's so powerful that he starts high-fiving everybody, and he creates clones to spread his power to everyone else, so everyone else gets those fucking 10 Tails.
Yes, I remember that.
And it's like, remember when you were tired, boy? No.
Dude.
Did he have like a couple does he have a bunch of Red Bulls hidden off screen? You can see that Kishimoto got lazy as it went on.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the first thing, everyone has got like all these like different like bits and bobs on their outfits, and they're all like very different characters.
Yeah.
Naruto comes back. He's got just like a perfectly straight, like no details jacket of just like orange and black, and that's it.
Yeah.
No other colors, no fur line, nothing. Every other character starts also having way simpler designs, and eventually in the war, they all start wearing the exact same uniform.
Yeah, the fucking vest, right?
Yeah, every single character wears that.
It's like the black organization cloaks.
Yeah, because eventually he just got lazy, and he just started, and like Naruto's super form is just him glowing white, basically.
Yeah.
And it's the lamest design possible of what he has.
Doesn't even need to ink anything. It's all white glowing.
But like, yeah, like the characters themselves look better after the time skip, but their outfits are way lazier.
Yeah. It's made worse in the anime too, with no budget and zoom in far away shots. It's literally rectangles.
Point number 2, the god awful female cast. Like, it's got to be one of the worst ones in anime.
I'd say second to Bleach. Like, Bleach has bad female characters.
Is there any that do anything? Because like I had to figure out like how many of them actually do anything of worth, and the only one is Tsunade.
I'd say I don't know Naruto enough, but I'd say Bleach is pretty bad for
yeah, because characters don't disappear in Naruto. They like especially in the Great War, Ninja War thing, they all come back.
Yeah.
Like Tenten's nothing, but at least she still shows up.
Not in Bleach. Like, again, God, yeah, I'd say Bleach is bad.
Is there anyone as bad as Sakura though in Bleach?
In terms of unlikability like that, no, because they're also nothing. Like,
much worse then.
They're just so bland. Most of the female characters that Taikuo do in Bleach, they're not tsundere per se, but they're like the angry, cranky kind,
Yeah, I could tell from just looking at some of them.
Yeah, they're like the tough badass, like no nonsense.
The only one like that in Naruto is like Tamari.
Yeah.
But even then, like she's cool because like she actually has a real relationship with Shikamaru.
Oh yeah, she's cool because she's a fan. Get it? Never mind.
Yeah, but boy, Sakura, I don't think anyone tops her.
Who do you start?
Sakura is just weird. She just comes off like a stalker. Because I think straight up at one point, Sasuke asks, "Okay, why are you obsessed with me?
Yeah.
What have I done to make you like me?" At one point, and like she can't like really give him a solid answer. Like I almost feel like Sasuke just asked, "What's my favorite color?" Because like she couldn't answer that. He's hot, and that's it. That's it. And yet her entire life is dedicated to this for simping for this one hot guy.
And like, I don't get it because he disappears for a large portion.
And
Of the
the
story
thing
from her
is,
point of view.
that makes it even worse for her is that unlike her, Ino was also obsessed with Sasuke. But after he disappeared and betrayed the village, she said, "Okay, fuck that," and stopped caring about him.
Yeah,
so you have a character who moved on, and a character who didn't, and the character who didn't is supposed to be one we're supposed to be cheering for. Like, it makes it work worse.
I don't want to say horrible, but like just.
Oh, she's horrible.
Yeah.
Because later on, when they decide they have to kill Sasuke,
yeah,
her way of like getting over it is to go tell Naruto that she loves him.
Yeah, I remember that.
And either she's lying to herself or she's trying to emotionally manipulate him. Either way, it's fucked up.
Like, I thought she said that to prevent Naruto from doing something, or like to prevent him from leaving or something.
It's to prevent him from. Okay, she wants him to stop trying to chase Sasuke and bring him back. Because they're gonna go kill him. But like, so that's emotional manipulation. She's basically saying, "Yo, I'll fuck you if you stop like doing this thing."
Yeah, that I remember I read that. I was like, "Oh boy!"
And Naruto, the dumbass that he is, still was able to smell the lying on that snake's breath and go, "Fuck you! Like, you're lying. Get out of here. Thought be gone."
Giga Jet Naruto returns.
Yeah, his line actually is, "I hate people who lie to themselves" or whatever. And she's like, and she's surprised that he figured it out. Like, and meanwhile, everyone else is just standing around because she does it in front of everybody. And they're all like, "The fuck."
Fucking stupid.
Really, bitch?
Like,
he's horrible.
They tried to make her sympathetic with the whole, forehead issue. They gave her character development with Tsunade. They made her competent, I guess, as a fighter. Again, I guess.
The thing is, too, is that every time they give her anything with Tsunade, they take it away because then later on, Tsunade shows up and just does the same thing, but does it cooler.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure, Sakura can punch the ground and make a crater, but Tsunade can punch the ground and blow open the earth. And she's still doing that shit while this other girl's like, why do we care?
Yeah, exactly.
At least Naruto is different from Jiraiya, despite learning from him. They're not just a carbon copy that's lamer.
Which I think is funny, because I feel like maybe in like a meta sense, it's just like, well, how do I make Pio like her more? I know, let's just make her like a Tsunade ripoff.
It's just copy the character people like.
Yeah, clearly it didn't work. So
clearly, you should have just done what you did with Hinata. Just give her bigger tits and longer hair.
Or just drop it. Like, I don't get why they focused on the trio.
I don't know either.
It's not like the trio was a iconic thing because Sasuke left eventually. You know what I mean?
That's the weirdest thing is that like Naruto talks about like him hanging out with trio as if they were like this family, and he spent years of them.
Yeah,
he spent like a couple months. Like Team 7 lasted from the Land of Waves to about halfway through the Chunin exams.
Here's the funny thing, though. You might have.
It's like 100 chapters out of 700.
It's funny because this would have made more sense if it was like Kingdom Hearts with fucking Sora, Riku, and Kairi. They grew up together, you know?
They actually grew up together. So
they grew up together. They did stuff together, and when they got separated, you did want to see them get back together, but not in Naruto. It's, like you said, they only know each other for like a month or two.
Yeah, like Sasuke and Naruto never they saw each other from distance.
They weren't even friends.
Yeah, they hated each other at first.
So I don't get it.
They became friends afterwards in the Land of Waves arc, and so it's like it took them that long, and yet now you're my blood brother. I'll die for you.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, like that's the whole concept. Like even in a real life meta sense of like him trying to push this trio. You don't need it. You know what I mean? It wasn't written well. They weren't in a trio for that long, you know?
That's why I was saying, like, what he should have done was just shuffle the groups up and made and made new trios later on in Shippuden, because then, like, he started pushing Shikamaru for SummerSlam. Well, then make him a more important character.
Like, as much as I don't like Boku no Hero, I will give it credit that they do shuffle the teams. It's not always Deku and Bakugo and Gravity Girl. It's always Deku and someone else.
Yeah. And he's always getting new mentors, too.
Exactly. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't like this show, but hey, at least they're changing it up. And then like they're not throwing it down your throat. Like, yeah, technically the trio is Deku, Bakugo, and as I call them, Icy Hot. But like
oh yeah, Todoroki.
Yeah, like that's the official like marketed trio. But they're never together. If you actually read or watch the
they're
show.
usually in separate places.
Yeah, or it's one or the other, like one of two of the three. It's never all three of them, except this new movie that's coming up. But who gives a shit about that movie? Anyways, but yeah, like for Naruto, I felt like there's no point keeping them together, and it is more limiting than anything.
But yeah, Sakura is awful, but like
of all people, like should just disbanded it. I don't get why he just kept trying to make Sakura a thing.
I don't know either. I think he realized that he fucked up because like the female readers didn't like her.
Yeah.
And so he decided he's just gonna do like a Nomura thing where he's gonna spite them and I'm gonna keep pushing her until they like her.
What's that? You wanted more zippers on your clothes? Oh my god.
Because like it would make more sense if you're gonna start pushing Hinata, maybe make her a character.
Yeah,
maybe
like he said.
Like the whole thing where she dies, quote unquote, dies in the pain arc has no weight to me at all because this character has done nothing for the entire like 500 chapters that led up to this.
Right? You should have focused on her instead of Sakura.
She does nothing throughout the whole first OG series other than stock Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one, she's also just kind of there in the background, but she's hot, so people like her, I guess. Even though she's got the personality of like of a wet carrot.
I was gonna say cardboard, but okay.
Oh no, cardboard is a and then 1010 is a void. There is no character there.
10.
See that, and the thing is, and they're still all better than Sakura because at least they're not god awful. They're just bland. They're bland tropes walking around, and then there's Sakura being the worst.
Oh my god.
And then here's Tsunade, who's barely even in the series to be really like she joins in super late in the OG series.
Yeah.
Becomes Hokage and doesn't really do a whole lot for a while. And she's still by far the best one with a real backstory. Yeah. Who isn't simping for a guy the entire time.
The whole Tsunade thing, I remember when they introduced her, and I'm just like, who? And then it just kept going, and I'm just like, yeah, they're just kind of there. It felt like they killed off the old man Hokage and didn't know what to do after that.
Yeah, to be fair.
Because they're like, all right, we killed the Hokage. Whoa, so, like, big shock, right? But then it's just like he didn't account for what would happen afterwards.
It's funny, though, because, like, what did the Hokage even do in this original series? He didn't really do much.
That's the thing, like, because Naruto's dream is to be a Hokage, and I kind of understood it as he just wanted to be, like, the mayor of the city. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, okay, this guy just wants to take over the city, I guess.
It's not that. It's literally that, like, I want attention. What's the way I can get attention? By being the president.
Yeah.
Then they're forced to pay attention to me and not ignore me. That's basically it.
I guess. For me, I just saw it as like, oh, he just wants a position of power to be respected.
No, it's not that. It's just he just wants attention.
Yeah, because I don't even know what the fuck a Hokage does. Is my point. It's just like, okay, you own the place, I guess, but now what?
They defend the village and they do paperwork. Well, Naruto does defend it to some degree later on, and the guy did kill himself to take down Orochimaru.
I guess, but it's okay because Orochimaru is a good guy. Naruto's best man at the wedding. Like
the other thing they don't mention about the Hokage is they also do a lot of horrible bullshit in the shadows because like the whole like murdering all Sasuke's family. The Hokage doing all this other shit. The Hokage, like Naruto, like letting Orochimaru go. The Hokage. Like I said, they're the president. They do all the horrible bullshit you don't see. Meanwhile, his brother Hashirama is a cool guy, but he was also Naruto.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to kill Sasuke, but he did. He actually killed Madara, but then it didn't take.
No one can kill Madara.
No one can kill Madara unless you're some random black monster.
I don't get that.
Zetsu just stabs in the back.
The Zetsu thing. Is he like from the moon god people?
He's a moon god people.
Okay.
What you call it, Kaguya created him, and then he's controlled everything from the shadows the entire time.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
So that leads into something. Another point is that villains got progressively lamer.
Yeah.
Because like Pain's okay, but like the Akatsuki were built up to be such cool guys, and then when you see them, they're lame as fuck.
But they're cloaks. It sells.
They're Organization 13.
Yeah, I know.
The leader's cool, and there's one cool guy like Axel. Axel ain't touched with the one cool guys, and then the rest are just lame assholes with barely any backstory.
I remember the puppet guy the most.
Yeah, the puppet fucker.
Yeah.
Sakura just punched him in the face. He's that much of a loser. He gets blown apart by her.
Yeah. He just got jobbed out to Sakura.
That's the one time she does anything cool is when she punches him super hard. And then she almost dies from poison.
Yeah. I remember that. The fight with the puppet dude.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of the other members besides the shark dude either.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I forgot. Kisame is actually pretty cool, but only because he dies the most hardcore death in the show. He gets caught by the good guys when they're trying to train Naruto with the fox.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, okay, we're gonna make you tell us everything you know, and we're gonna take your secrets. And he's like, okay, fuck you. He summons a bunch of sharks to eat him alive. And he summons like he puts himself in a ball of water, and then summons the sharks to eat him. And you just see the water that's turned into a big red cloud of water. And all the guys are just like, holy shit! And he's dead. And like, yo, that's a real ninja right there.
Rock and roll.
Just,
Oh shit.
Fuck you. You're gonna take my secrets, I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh yeah, be right back. Turn into pot of blood.
I can make a horrible joke, but I'm not going to.
Kurt Cobain.
I was gonna make that. Okay, fuck it.